let's dive into the world of smart manufacturing. It's a place filled with this alphabet soup of acronyms. You've probably heard terms like MES, MOM, or CIM thrown around, and if you've ever just nodded along hoping nobody would ask you to explain them, you are in the right place. So think about it this way. You've got your company's high-level planning software, the ERP. That's the brain. It's making all the big strategic decisions. And then you have the machines on the factory floor. Those are the hands and feet, actually doing the work. The big question is, how do the brain's commands actually reach the limbs? Well, the answer is a kind of digital nervous system. This is the absolutely critical link that makes sure those big picture plans from the brain get translated into real moment-by-moment action, right there on the production line. Okay, so at the very heart of that nervous system is the term you're going to hear most often, MES. Let's break this one down. To put it simply, MES is basically the factory's on-the-ground supervisor. It's watching everything in real time. We're talking production progress, quality checks, tracking parts, tracking labor. It's the system that knows exactly what's happening on the floor at any given second. But here's the thing. MES is really just one piece of a much, much larger puzzle. So let's zoom out for a second and see the bigger picture. And that bigger picture is called MOM, or Manufacturing Operations Management. You can see here how MOM acts like a big umbrella. It doesn't just cover production execution, that's the MES part. It also brings quality control, equipment maintenance, and even warehouse inventory all under one roof. So the most important thing to remember is this. MES is a core piece inside the bigger MOM framework. You could say MES is all about executing the production plan, while MOM is about managing the entire manufacturing operation, the whole shebang. So you might be wondering, who came up with all these terms and rules? Where did this all come from? Well, it turns out two key organizations really shaped this whole landscape. And what's really interesting is that this wasn't some overnight thing. This timeline shows how these ideas really grew over decades. You had this huge vision of CIM emerging back in the 70s, then the more focused idea of MES started taking hold in the 80s, and then finally, things started getting standardized, with MISA defining MOM in 97 and the ISA 95 standard really locking in the rules in 2000. Here's probably the easiest way to keep them straight. Think of MESA as the industry group that describes what a good manufacturing system should do. They're the ones promoting the models and best practices. ISA 95, on the other hand, is the engineering body. They're the ones that define how, technically, all these different systems should talk to each other. It's the actual blueprint for communication. And all that work comes together in this classic diagram, the 5-level ISI 95 pyramid. You've got the big business systems like ERP way up at the top, level 4. Down at the bottom, level 0, you have the actual physical machines. And where's that critical bridge? Right there in the middle, at level 3. That's the sweet spot for MOM and MES, connecting the business plan to physical reality. Okay, but there's one more major term we have to talk about. It actually came before all of this, and in one specific industry, it's still king. CIM. CIM was this original grand vision of a completely automated, digitally connected factory. It wasn't really a strict standard. It was more of a philosophy. An idea to use computers to connect everything from engineering design to the supply chain. And this idea took root very, very deeply in one particular field. And that field is semiconductors. Here's why this matters. If you walk into a chip fab and start talking about MOM, they're probably going to tell you it's not for them. Why? Because their world was built on a totally different foundation. They were the early adopters of CIM. And in a business where a single microscopic flaw can destroy millions of dollars worth of product, stability is absolutely everything. They would much rather have separate, hyper-specialized systems that they can control perfectly than one giant MOM suite where one little glitch could bring the whole operation down. Plus, their processes are so unique, they don't even use a standard bill of materials. So you can see why a typical MOM system just doesn't fit. Okay, so this all brings us to the big practical question, right? For a modern factory, what's the right choice? When you boil it all down, the takeaway is actually pretty straightforward. For most general manufacturing and assembly lines, that integrated MOM framework is a super efficient and powerful way to go. But for those highly specialized, incredibly complex sectors like semiconductors, the battle-tested approach of using a dedicated MES inside a bigger SIM framework is still the gold standard, no question. And get this, the cost completely reflects that complexity. A full semiconductor MES and CIM software package can easily cost 10 times more than a standard MOM system. I mean, that price difference alone tells you everything you need to know about the gap in complexity and specialization. So you see, understanding these terms isn't just some academic exercise. It's really about choosing the fundamental operating system for your production. It's about deciding how your company's brain is going to talk to its hands and feet. Which leaves us with a final thought for you to consider. Which nervous system is the right one for your factory's future?